Johannesburg developed its international relations strategy in 2012. It deliberately moved away from the former ceremonial relations to a very structured international relations program. It's structured around 4 pillars, the first pillar being strategic city-to-city relationships, with a particular focus on Africa first, the South-South relations second, and North-South relations third. The second pillar focuses on international networks, and there are a number of clusters of networks, the urban network comprising UCLG and Metropolis, environmental networks like C40 and ICLEI, the safety networks, global networks for safer cities, and then also the financial network of FMDV. The third pillar relates to intergovernmental relations affecting international relations, where it's focusing on horizontal relations between metropolitan areas. Joburg is located between 2 other metropolitan areas, Tshwane and Ekurhuleni. And then the last pillar is focusing on knowledge capturing. Basically, from all your experiences in pillar 1, 2, and 3, how do you capture the knowledge for the rest of the institution and organization? First of all, the government in Johannesburg is a unicity. So we've got one metropolitan government. We do not have sub-councils or municipalities, etc. So it's one government only. In terms of the key actors on finance, we work in close liaison, for instance, with the Johannesburg Stock Exchange and also with the Metropolitan Chamber of Business, especially on the economic aspects. And then in terms of all the social aspects, we're working closely with institutes like the Social and Economic Rights Institute, the Center for Legal Applied Services, and the academia as well. Academia becomes a very important partner to be the critical voice in everything that we're doing, both from an academic perspective as well as from an operational perspective as well. International conference is absolutely key to any of the activities. It is basically to, not only in terms of your own global footprint, to share how you do things, but also then to learn from others what they are doing. I think it's very easy to develop blind spots if you're only involved in your own operations, and therefore it's very key to how people think, and in international relations, how people think, how people react. What are the key critical issues in particular regions are very, very important. And I think the differences, for instance, on just one topic, for instance, like social inclusion, between the Asia-Pacific region, the Latin American region, the African region, Europe, it's very, very different. And you need to understand the differences and the nuances if you want to be a global player and be involved in global dialogues as well. So to us, we need to be everywhere, to understand what are the differences, where are the points of commonality, but you can also agree to disagree. So it doesn't mean that you're there to force consensus on everything. It's basically to understand and then to also get a bit deeper understanding of how to respond from your perspective as well. So conferences, extremely key. And we also look more and more towards attracting international conferences to Johannesburg as well. It's got very many benefits. For instance, it changed perceptions. You can actually showcase how you actually implement your ideas in your particular city as well. And it basically leads to further relations, better networks, and even foreign direct investments and collaboration and people-to-people transfers as well.